Guilty pleasures, a term that's become a staple of how we talk about music. Kind of like the musical equivalent of sneaking into the refrigerator for a late night junk food snack that you know is not nutritious or very good for you, but it tastes real good in the moment anyway. Okay, but have you ever given much thought to what we're actually saying when we use that term? When we call something a guilty pleasure, we're admitting that we should feel guilty, that something is getting in the way between us and our uninhibited enjoyment of music in such a way that you feel self-conscious about the fact that you like it, and that your listening is marred by this overhanging feeling that you shouldn't like what you're liking. But who exactly is it that decides what you should or shouldn't like? You know, Buzz Osborne from the Melvins has said that he doesn't have any guilty pleasures. Something to the effect that life is too short to feel bad or hesitant about the things you like. By contrast, I was on a radio show once guesting, and the host was talking about, I think it was Hootie and the Blowfish, and he qualified it. He prefaced it by saying, well, I know, you might judge me for this, or people are going to say, things about this. And I was like, wait a minute. Who is going to say anything? If there were people who were giving you a hard time about this when you were an adolescent, they're not in the room anymore. So where are they? And this is the thing. I come across this over and over and over and over when I'm having conversations with people about music, when I'm reading people's comments or having online interactions with them, seeing people's posts, reading other people's reviews. There's this constant tendency to check oneself against this vague idea of what the collective deems to be the right opinion. And so people are always measuring where they stand relative to that. For me, a guilty pleasure is something that doesn't match my own idea of what art with substance is. Because there's a lot of things I think are like badly made that I like. So it's only guilty because it doesn't meet my own quality standards. Look, if you're going to be in a relationship with music that's consistently beholden to what others feel about it, that's a horrible way to live. So let's get over it. Nobody has the right to decide for you what music passes muster, what's okay for you to like, and what you should feel guilty about. But here's the thing. Nobody is doing that to you. It's you doing it to yourself based on your idea of what you think the prevailing outlook on a given song or album or artist is. So stop it already. Kick the crowd out of your head. It's really that simple.